Those of my senior staff that are here to please rise and be acknowledged as a very vital part of this administration. So can those members of my senior staff please rise? Those folks made a decision to interrupt their lives, to interrupt their professions, and be a part of this vision. Be a part of my dream to improve the way that we fight crime, but to administer it fairly. And so I thank each and every one of you for your commitment, and I look forward to a fantastic administration. We need the help of everyone. We need the help of law enforcement. And so I look forward to working with the local law enforcement agencies, with leaders like Bexar County Sheriff Salazar, and I can count on him as my friend. Javier and I have come to know each other, and I look forward to working with him closely. So thank you, Sheriff, for being here. I have developed a relationship with Chief McManus, and we look forward to working with the chief as well as other local agencies in the Bexar County area. I have so many people to thank this afternoon, but I'll start with the most important. My wife and the love of my life. Oh. She has been a dedicated wife and a mother. She knew that I had this dream. She believed in my dream so much that she was willing to interrupt her career. She was willing to prematurely retire from the bench in order for me to do this. And for that, I will always be indebted to you. Our daughter is very proud of you. She's going on to hopefully a career in theater. Years ago, I used to blame Philip Kazin for her lack of theater. Now I give him credit. But we look to someday be alongside her as she continues in her career. Melissa, we love you, and thank you very much for being such a wonderful daughter. Their unwavering support and belief in me is what has made this incredible journey possible. I also want to thank and recognize members of my family. My brother Albert is here with his wife. My sister Pat is here with her family members, as well as my cousin Lillian and her family, the Ellers, and my aunt. They were very involved, these family members of mine, in volunteering on the weekend. I picked up the phone on a Friday afternoon to ask them to block walk Saturday morning. With very little notice, they never told me no. They were always there, and I will forever be indebted to you all. So thank you very much. I thank all of the elected officials for being here. I thank you for what you do for the public service that you provide this community. I especially want to call out an individual that was with me from the very beginning. He was literally there on the week that I announced, and this is an individual that said, I don't care if anybody else is going to back you. I am here for you, and I will always be here for you, and that's Constable Stan Ramos. Woo! I also want to thank the members of the Commissioner's Court and Judge Nelson Wolf. I look forward to working with the Commissioner's Court. I also would like to take a moment to remember and honor the legacy and the many years of service of our good friend, Commissioner Paul Elizondo, who left us last week to be with the Lord. We will forever be indebted to years of service, Commissioner. Congressman Doggett, what can I say about you and what you've done for this community, for this state, and for this country? Thank you very much for giving of yourself and continuing to be the public servant that you are. Thank you very much for being here. I know that you will keep up the fight and continue to fight in Washington for the citizens of Bexar County and the citizens of the state of Texas. So thank you very much for that. This wasn't part of the program, and my campaign manager will tell you, there you go again, deviating from the script. But I feel like I have to call these people out, because it takes a village. These individuals worked tirelessly, day in, day out, the entire year that we campaigned. People that were on the ground, they were on the phone, they were doing whatever needed to be done to make sure that they got the job done. I want to recognize my field director, Oscar Trejo. There are two, there's a couple that I'm very fond of that, again, I think went above and beyond the call of duty. It wasn't just about them being a campaign team. We really became a family. In fact, we jokingly say, hey, I haven't talked to you today, or I haven't talked to you in the last couple of days, I missed you, or let's go have lunch and do something. And we really have developed a close relationship. And so I appreciate everything that these two have done. I want to first start with Anthony Medrano. Anthony was the tech guy. He was the one in the background, and he hates to be acknowledged, but I just have to acknowledge him. Anthony's and, you know, here, I'm acknowledging him, and he's continuing with the camera. I'm sure we'll be on Facebook tomorrow, right? He likes to say that his one claim to fame is to be married to Dr. Weifel. This lady is an incredible organizer. She's intelligent. There's no task that she will not do. In fact, she was here probably last night and this morning organizing the reception. There's nothing that she won't do herself. She will never refuse to roll up her sleeves. And she has a PhD. There's nothing elitist about this lady. That's the kind of person that I call my friend, and that's Dr. Laura Barbarena. I just have a couple of more people I want to acknowledge, and then we can adjourn to the reception. During the campaign, there were several stops that I felt like I had to make, and people I had to come to know. And one of them is Pastor Brown. I had heard about Pastor Brown, and I was told, you don't get far in this community until you get his blessing. So I sought his blessing. We developed a friendship. He was good enough to embrace my candidacy. He was good enough to embrace what I was all about, and what I talked about when I said that I was a reform candidate, that I wanted to keep this community safe, but I also wanted to reform the way that we fight crime. Pastor Brown, I can't thank you enough for being a friend. I call you a friend now. I can't thank you enough for taking the time to come down and provide the benediction and the invitation, and to be here and be part of this ceremony. So thank you very much. Okay, I've got one more before we adjourn, and I have to publicly call this man out because he's the kind of person that will do what is asked of him and will never complain. He's the kind of person that will do what I ask him to do and go where I ask him to go and never question it. I always say, everyone should have a Christian. because this man is the epitome of loyalty. And I always say he's my Jiminy Cricket. I will say, this is what I'm thinking about doing it. What do you think? He'll say, oh, Joe, I don't think you need to do that, or I shouldn't do that. Sometimes I follow his advice, sometimes I don't. But I always listen to what he has to say. I'm proud to call Christian Henriksen a colleague, but I am even more proud to call him my friend. So Christian, publicly, I'm here to tell you, I appreciate all the years of loyalty, and thank you very much for what you do for us. Okay, and now, to the audience, I ask for your continued prayers as we go into the new year. Thank you for your support, and thank you for being here today. Thank you so much.